Hello, my friends, Gary Girls, and fellow poets. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. Hello, everybody. Hello, Dazzle in the Dark. Hello, Raven. Hello, Renee. Hello, Nano. Hello, Del Girl. Raven. I don't think hopefully I haven't forgotten everyone. I sort of ad-libbed that a little bit. Hello, Nightbot. And yes, don't forget to listen to Nightbot. We have 5 people watching and only 1 like. What's that about, guys? Come on. Don't forget to hit that like button. We have to get to at least 7 likes before we get into the video. There we go. The likes are starting to climb a little bit now. Thank you so much for those hearts as well. Hello. It feels like it's been a while, but it hasn't. I guess I just miss you guys that much. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. I can't remember if we've discussed this already. A part of me feels like we might have already discussed this, and another part of me can't remember that we have discussed this. So if we have, if we're repeating ourselves, I apologize. But when you do these live streams every week since November, pretty much, I'm sure we're going to repeat ourselves a little bit. Hopefully we're not. If we are, hopefully we will discuss something different from last time. Let me know in the chat if we have discussed this, but let's talk about tonight, at least for the first part, let's talk about different poetry mediums. And I kind of want to hear your thoughts about what you gravitate towards more. And I'll obviously talk about what I gravitate towards more. Um, but again, we're not going to do that until we hit those 5 or 7 likes. Let's aim for 7, but 5 will do. So don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Hello. Let me catch up on the chat. Lots of waving and hearts. I like that emoji, the heart in the hands. That's a nice one. Hey, Adam and everyone else. Just Danny here for now. Hope you've all had a fab week. Hello, Danny. Welcome to the live stream. Wow, look at all those hearts coming in. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Great stuff. Great stuff. And we've hit 5 likes, so I think that'll do. But we'll still give it a couple more minutes. We're only 3 minutes into the stream, so we'll give it a couple more minutes for other people to drop in. I've got my nice Poetry Cove t-shirt on, the brown one. If you guys haven't already, do join the Poetry Cove. Come and chat with us poets on the forum, and we're open for submissions for the magazine too. So, how was everyone's week? I'm gonna have some coffee. Look at all these hearts coming in. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Right back at you. Here, have some Gary Go love as well. Boom. There you go. Um, yeah, how's everyone's week been? How's everyone's weekend been? What have you guys been up to? I had a bit of a moment yesterday. I had a bit of a moment yesterday where I was at the Surrey Poetry Festival. The laureateship got given a table, so of course I took them up on that. And I was sitting there and I was just thinking about 2024 and what a wild ride it's been. Like so much has happened and we're only halfway through the year. But if I think about it too much, like I was thinking about it again this morning. Not this morning, I just lied. I was thinking about it again before this stream. And I got a little weepy eyed, a little tearful, just kind of how crazy it's been and what a wild ride it's been. I do have a post in my Instagram drafts that I was about to post a couple weeks ago. I was about to post it, and then I held off because I didn't want to post it before the laureateship launched. But I am going to post it in a couple days because I think it's important to post. Um, yeah, I like to tease you guys. That's all I'm going to say on that. If you're not following me on Instagram, Adam Gary Poetry, and you'll see it in a couple days. So you see what I mean? Why do I do this to you all the time, guys? I don't know. We survived the bad tornadoes that twisted through Oklahoma, Texas, and Arizona, I think that is, last night. Oh my goodness, I didn't hear about that. That's scary. Yeah, you live in Tornado Alley. That's a scary place to live. I'm glad you're okay, though. I'm glad you're okay. Great weekend here. We've actually seen the sun. Nice. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Renee's had a crazy week. It's been a long week. This weekend has been my first one since the beginning of April. Oh my goodness. As for the weekend, it's been good, although Mitch has been working. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Yeah. And the summer holidays are coming up as well. Um, I slept all day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I slept all day. I have this thing where, at least in my mind, it's kind of what I've diagnosed myself. But I've had this thing where as soon as like, for example, when we got the open mic out finished and it went well, I just like I didn't collapse, but I just suddenly became so tired. And it happened again yesterday, I think, because after the festival was finished, and everything, all this weight off my shoulders, so I've literally slept all day. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even mean to. Have you guys ever woken yourself up from snoring? I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure it's just um, this ogre sitting in this chair. But I woke myself up with the biggest snore and then fell straight back to sleep. Good times, good times. I'll give it another few more minutes just to see what happens and see if anyone else drops in, and then we'll get into it, guys. Oh my god, I have. It's so embarrassing. I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe it's a guy thing, but I felt quite proud that my snore was so ferocious that it woke me up. Maybe it's a guy thing. Hey class, welcome to the live stream. How was your week slash weekend? The good thing about being in the UK right now is it's a bank holiday weekend, so I don't have to work tomorrow either. So I'm happy about that. Mitch has done that. It's fun. It's fun. Jolt yourself awake like, oh, what a monster. Thanks, Nano. We weren't in the main area. Okay, that's good. But it is always scary. Yeah, no doubt. To get a tornado watch alert on their cell phone. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Do you have, Raven, do you have like a basement that you go to? What's like the protocol when that happens? Arkansas? Arkansas. Okay, I've not heard of that. What did I say? I can't even remember what did I say? I can't remember what I said now. Arkansas. Has anyone written any poetry? That's the big question, right? Has anyone written any poetry since we last met? I'll give it another minute. I'll give it until 10 past. So we still got some time. Oh, I was sitting down all day yesterday. Ar Arkansas. Oh, okay. Arkansas, I think. Arkansas. I have heard of that actually. Yes, I've been writing a lot of poetry as of late. That's great. Well done. Congratulations, class. Nice one. Yes, a couple good stuff. Renee, wicked. Okay, so guys have been writing. Yep, no. Okay, Arkansas. Okay. Oh, all the time. Nice. I wrote a thing that isn't a good thing. We don't do that here. You guys know we don't do that here. We do not do that here. We do not put ourselves down. But it's a thing. Well, at least it's a thing. Um, and that was the point. Yeah. Well, at least you got something down, but I'm sure the point of it not being a good thing is completely false. All right, cool. So let's get into it. It's 10 past. So I wanted to, as I say, I wanted to talk about different poetry mediums and which ones you guys gravitate towards and why you gravitate towards them. I'll obviously talk about the ones that I kind of gravitate towards. And maybe we could even, I don't know, what do you think, guys? Maybe by the end of part one, we could even um come up with our own medium. I don't know how we would do that. Something that's never been done before, at least that we know of. I used to live in Tornado Alley, and when I was 11 years old, I actually went through one. Oh my goodness. did not destroy the house, but it destroyed everything else. Oh my goodness. I'm working on a poem about Van Gogh. Hmm. Wasn't I wasn't yawning, guys. That's not what was happening. Nice, a poem about Van Gogh. That's cool. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, assuming that I Am Girth is talking about the Van Gogh poem and not the fact that you lived in a through a tornado at 11. I'm assuming that's what she's saying. Oh, I love that too. But yeah, guys, let me hear your thoughts. What are your favorite mediums of poetry? And by that I mean, how do you like your how do you like to ingest your poetry? Yeah, we have a basement and an underground shelter nearby. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, at least you've got something, I guess. As long as it keeps you safe. As long as the I assume a basement and a underground shelter is the best you could hope for. So how do you guys what's your favorite poetry medium and why? Let's start with that. How do you like to how do you take your poetry? You know how people say, how do you take your steak? How do you take your coffee? How do you take your poetry? I'm curious. And look, don't be afraid to say books. Oh yeah, let me start by saying it's okay to have a different opinion. I haven't seen Nightbot put this in the chat yet. Maybe he has, and I've missed it. But don't be afraid to express your opinion, especially even if it's different to what everyone else is saying, especially mine. Just because it's my channel, it doesn't mean you can't disagree. That's what makes it all exciting. So yeah, even if the statement is I just like to read poetry in books, that's totally cool. I love holding a book. I love smelling a newly published and bound book. So yeah, whatever it is, don't be afraid to express it. Just do it in a respectful way. I feel like I'm slacking on saying that at the start of every stream. And as you guys know, we keep away from politics and religion in these streams. Dark and demented like an espresso, but I prefer books to online sources usually. I think I prefer books. There's something so organic about them, holding the poems in your hands almost. Yeah, I guess I never thought about that actually, holding the poem in your hand. Yeah. There was this thing yesterday at the festival. They had like a drawing sheet and stuff, and there was a really cool someone had done a really cool like swirly image and the words made up the drawing. I thought that was really cool. Have you guys ever like come across poetry as part of the image? Or the poetry makes the image? Have you guys ever come across that? For me personally, look, I love books. I think you guys probably realize by now anything to do with poetry is I'm on board with. But I think if I had a gun to my head and I had to choose like a medium that I much prefer, it would be like poetry films and the visualization. I guess because I always as you guys know, I started out in film and performance and stuff, so that's something that I have always loved anyway. So to put poetry, so to connect that with poetry, kind of just is a no-brainer for me. And I love making poetry films when I can. I love watching them. So especially, do you remember when we did? Was it my birthday stream where we watched that animation? Do you guys remember that animation we watched? That I loved that. So that's my kind of favorite medium, poetry medium, I guess. I wish I could come up with like animated films. Shape poems can be really trippy. Yeah, I think yeah, is that what they call the image thing that I was talking about? Is that what they're called? Shape poems? I'm in a dark, mysterious mood right now about poetry. My moods change from time to time. That's a very mysterious statement. Okay, a dark, mysterious mood right now about poetry. I want to know more, but I don't want to destroy the mystery either. Yes, my friend Claire does that with her poetry all the time. By the way, I introduced her to your channel the other day. Thank you so much, Raven. Is that the drawing that we're talking about? Is that the drawing poetry or the shape poetry, I think? Okay, thank you, I am Girth. That's the name of it, shape poetry. Thank you. Nature, first-hand experiences trying to get on the edge of consciousness, dream state. Other artists' paintings, critiques. Yes, nice, nice. You know, I'd love to kind of work on a project where like painters and poets get together. I'm sure it's been done before, no doubt, but like a painter will create a painting based on a poet's poem, and then the poet will create a poem based on the painter's painting. So you end up with four pieces of work, two paintings, two poems, or however many painters and poets are involved. I think that might be a quite exciting thing to see and do. Again, I'm certain that's not a new thing. I'm sure that's probably been done before, but another medium I really like is kind of just recording. I mean, I love all mediums. Again, you guys know that anything poetry I'm super passionate about, but um I, w- I was talking at one of my poetry hubs, not this week, the week before, the first one actually, and we were talking about when you get a really great orator. I think we were talking about Richard. Who were we talking about? Richard Burton? Possibly, maybe not. But we were talking about when you get a really great orator and a really great poem, just sitting there listening to it can add a whole new level of understanding and interpretation. That's why I really hope one day to get back to the Poetry Cove radio because I think um, that's really valuable. Yes, I'd love to watch an artist with synthesia. Syn synth syn Thanks, Nano, dropping those big words for me. Synthesia? Paint how they see a poem. Ekphrastic poetry. I love writing poems to art. I love that class. Oh, did I miss something? No. Yeah. Yeah, has anyone done that lucid dreaming stuff? I received a cool comment on YouTube actually. I don't know if I can find it. About 5 a.m. writing poetry at 5 a.m. Synesthesia. Synesthesia. Thank you. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. It might have gotten drowned out. Is it gone? Where did it go? It's gone. But there was a cool comment about how people tend to write at 5 a.m. because of certain energy waves. It's all very interesting. Actually, I've done that. Some poetry prompts are just pictures or scenes. Yes. So, yeah. So actually that's in one of my videos it's an exercise, but I thought it would be kind of cool to get it's basically the same thing, sure. It would be cool to get a painter to paint something based off of a poem and vice versa, but in the moment kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. As I say, it's definitely not a new idea. I really don't know how to space these Nightbot things out. Ekphrastic poems in the Cove later today. Please do, Raven. Please do. Yeah, we got to get that forum going again. Understandably, April was quite a busy month, so some of us may be feeling a bit burnt out from doing Glopo but we got to get that forum going again. So please do share some poetry over there. So, I just had a silly thought, but I guess that's me. Silly thoughts abound. I'm just kind of thinking, right, so you've got like visual poetry, I guess your book, your page poetry is visual. I'm just going through the senses. Your performance poetry, the reading of poetry for hearing. You, I was thinking, so how can you get taste poet? How can you taste poetry? But I guess that's silly, isn't it? You can't really taste poetry, nor can you probably touch poetry. So I guess, I mean, prove me wrong, guys. This is the fun of it all, thinking outside the box. Hmm. Yes, I have. I've written about dreams, actually, several. They're quite crazy. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, dreams are a funny thing, aren't they? Dreams are like the gateway to consciousness, as they say. You could have a lot of fun. I remember for a while I was purposely trying to lucid dream because I don't tend to remember my dreams very well, almost never. Well, I read somewhere Paris are making scratch and sniff baguette stamps, so that might be a shot at taste poetry. Interesting. Okay. If you eat the stamp, well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could create some sort of immersive experience around that. Like if you've got a poem about freshly baked bread and you serve the bread as people read or listen to the poem, but then is the taste actually part of the poem or is it just part of the immersive experience? You can write a poem about some kind of food that makes you salivate. That's true. Almost like tasting poetry through sensory memory. That's very true. That's very true. I'm kind of keen more to lean towards like different mediums of poetry. So like you've got the performance, you've got like films is a medium, recording is a medium, obviously books is a medium. Again, I suppose you could create some sort of immersive experience for taste and smell. But then that's not a medium of poetry. Or is it? Or is it? Dispute me. Dispute me. Debate me. Exactly, yeah. Essential poetry touches. But with the touch, what you're touching, would that be classed as a medium of poetry or just sort of an experience around the poem? Oh. I just had something from YouTube saying confirm it's you trying to recover your account, but I'm not. That's slightly worrying. That I'll have to tend to at some point in the break or after the stream. I'm being hacked. You can write about food that you really like, the texture, the smell, the taste. Yeah, again, but I would argue that is the medium of you're still reading the poem rather than sort of watching the poem or listening to the poem. Adam, all the senses can be poetry, some of the best poetry actually. Okay, fair enough. I mean, baking bread is poetry. Everything in life is poetry. Everything in life is art. I guess what I guess the tough question, the tough challenge is, can we, as Gary Goyles, can we create our own medium of poetry. That will be difficult. I enjoy others reading poetry, but I don't really have a voice for it. Interesting. Interesting. Have you, do you have the interest to develop that, or are you kind of just, it just doesn't interest you? And that's fine. You know, if it just doesn't interest you, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Because I know you said you enjoyed the open mic circuit, so I'm betting you've probably got a voice for it. Just an experience, I assume. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's like something new that we can create together that hasn't been done before, but that'll be so difficult. That'll be so difficult. It would be okay, but I prefer to hear someone else read my poetry. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think actually there has been one time where I've heard someone else read one of my poems years and years and years and years and years ago. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. It might be deleted. I can't even remember what it was called. I know the channel was called A Poetry Channel. I suppose if you, I can't even remember what poem it was. We're talking years ago. Let me see if it's still around. Let me see if I can find it. A Poetry Channel. By the way, if it's still going, I mean, even if it's not still going, as long as it's still online, it's a channel you guys should definitely check out. A Poetry Channel. Adam Gary. Oh, it's still on. Look how young I look. Oh my goodness. Look how young I am. It's Over by Adam Gary, read by a poetry channel. I think that's the only time I've ever heard someone else read one of my poems, which is cool. If you're watching this on playback, let's not forget the playback, guys. Everyone in the chat, give people from playback a wave. If you're watching playback, please don't forget to hit that like button. And if you can think of anything, if you can think of a new medium for poetry, do leave it in a comment down below. I do come back on the playbacks. I do come back to the playbacks of these streams and check out the comments. So please do leave a comment. It helps the channel. We're still doing massively, like, we're doing so well. All of the, I know you guys can't see it, but all of the analytics and statistics are all in the green. And as you can see, we're not even out of May yet, and we've already gained. It would be this way. We've already gained 151 subscribers, which is insane. We hit 6,000 just before my birthday at the start of May. So, you guys are killing it as always. I want to. I won a writing contest on Medium a while back, and the lady recorded a snippet of my story and two of my poems. It is on my YouTube channel. That's awesome. So I don't know if it was. I think it was last live stream, wasn't it? We was talking about Medium. I haven't really explored that website yet. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it. Um, because it looks pretty good and you can earn money from it, right? Which is always good as a writer. It's always good to find new revenue streams as writers. I'm not sure how I'd feel if someone else read my poetry. Not in a bad way. I just think that I know what I put into it while writing it. Would they be able to translate it the same? Yeah. When I think about it, it does kind of feel a bit odd, but not something I'd be opposed to by any means. But it does feel a bit odd, like, oh, interesting. I don't know. In fairness, I remember way back when that a poetry channel did that video. I was like blown away with how good um, that they had read it. So yeah, I wrote a poem this May. I wrote a poem. This may sound weird. That was a personification of a wisteria. Nice. That's the joys of poetry. Doesn't sound weird at all. That's what's so great about poetry, right? Like this mouse pad is way too sensitive. Where did I get to? I can't remember where I got to. I won a writing contest. Yes, I'm not sure how I. Yeah, I wrote a poem. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations, Raven, by the way. Hello, Carol. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Conversing with Poets. You have to pay $5 a month for Medium to make money. Okay, interesting. I was on there a few months ago and it was a tad spammy. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Medium is okay. It used to be a lot better. You can make decent money there, but you make more from long essays, articles than from short fiction of poetry. Okay, okay. Is it like similar to YouTube? The more readers an article has, the more you get paid, I guess. Because I was debating, I was 50-50. I was on the fence whether or not to check it out. Yes. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I guess they insert adverts into the articles and stuff like a blog. I think it's how long they read for. Okay. And if they are also medium members. Got you, got you, got you. You put the content you want to get monetized behind a members only paywall. Got you. Okay, okay. Okay, so the only people who can read Medium articles are Medium members? Or the only readers that are monetized are Medium members? Excuse me, because I know that, again, I think it was the last live stream, I did read a Medium article about how important it is for creatives to take a break, but I'm not a Medium member and I did have access to that article. And come to think of it, I can't even remember if there was ads in that article or not. Anyone can read it if you don't click for it to be on a paywall. Got you, got you, got you. Cool. Well, I guess that is I guess that's kind of all I have to say on tonight's topic. So I guess we go into the sort of uh I don't know what would you call it? No man's land, free for all. I don't know. I guess we'll just chat now. Members can read any articles, but if an article is behind a paywall, non-members can only read a couple members articles per month. Maybe that's what it was then, because they don't. I only find myself. I think that was the first time I've ever actually read an article on Medium, but I have come across it before. I like to hear Sir Anthony Hopkins read poetry. I don't know if I've ever. I can imagine that's probably amazing. I don't know if I've ever. Maybe I must have at some point, somewhere along the line. There's some great poetry albums on Spotify. One of them's called The Early Hours. By the way, guys, if you are on Instagram and you follow me, if you tap my link that's in the bio, there is the album for Fungal Matter now that's uploaded. I did that at the end of the month. I have one more open mic this month. Oops. I have one more open mic this month, next Thursday. And then I think I've kind of toured Fungal Matter, if you like. I sold a copy of Fungal Matter yesterday at the festival. Um, Albeit it was to the wonderful organizer Bryony. So Brian, if you ever watch this, thank you so much. So there's only one left from the five that I saved for Etsy and touring. So if you haven't got a copy of Fungal Matter, there is still one left on Etsy that you can grab if you fancy it. Benedict Cumberbatch reads poetry quite well. I can believe it. I can believe it. Isn't he like classically trained? I think he's a classically trained actor. Um, I don't think I've, did he read at the National Theatre in one of those videos that I reacted to? I can't remember. Do I have any ebooks available, Adam? I think so. I don't even know. I think so. Not of fungal matter. I'm pretty sure if you go to Amazon, I might have taken it off actually because I hate formatting. I hate formatting for Kindles and ebooks. No matter what I tried, it would always like reformat itself. So I think in the end I didn't bother. Okay, no, it's not on Amazon. If you go to adamgary.co.uk, if you go to adamgary.co.uk/shop, there is a PDF version of the early hours, but it's not an ebook as such because as I say, I was just pulling my hair out trying to format it. Let me just go. I'm on my website now. I was pulling my hair out trying to format a proper EPUB file. It's ridiculous how difficult it is. I even paid someone to do it, and he still messed it up. Well, I say he still messed it up. I have a feeling that ebook, like poetry, just you can't have it. I thought I had an ebook on my website. Maybe I don't. Where is it? What the hell? Apparently I don't. Why did I take that off? There's a digital bundle. Hang on, let me go into the back end. There's a digital bundle where you get the album and the book. I'll be with you guys in a second. I would sit and draw the whole time, Nana. Okay, I don't actually think I'd mind if Benedict Cumberbatch read my older poetry. He's a great reader. That's understandable. I'll go to your website. Yes, he is. Yeah, I don't know why it's so difficult to format poetry books for an EPUB file. As I say, I paid someone to do it who was supposedly an expert, and it's still kind of come back wrong. Granted, when I say he was an expert, it was a fiver, so not like a fiver is in £5, a fiver is in the website fiver. But I do think that they say the formatting for poetry is just not good for. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and I can't do that. I don't know why. Manage products. I don't know why Early Hours ebook is not on the website. The hell? I must have accidentally deleted it. I did delete a few things from I did delete a few things from the website and I must have accidentally deleted the ebook. But I still have it. So if you give me a day or two, I'll put it back up on the website. My bad. Okay, we got some Cumberbatch fangirls in the chat right now. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Oh, that's not good. We got 10 people watching right now and only 7 likes. So if you've just joined us, hello, welcome to Conversing with Poets. I'm not really sure. We're kind of talking about everything at the moment, but please do hit that like button. It really helps the channel. It pushes the video out to more subscribers when it gets uploaded to playback. Um, no worries, thank you. Yeah, no worries, Carol. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Thank you for your interest. Yeah, let's try and get to at one point we hit 26 likes while we were live. That wasn't even including playback likes. That's going to take us a while to break that, but let's at least try and hit 20 likes by the end of part 2. We still got 19 minutes of part 1. Then we'll have a 5-minute break and then we'll come back for another hour. Has anyone read any cool poetry lately? Has anyone discovered any cool new poets that they'd like to share with the group? Share with the chat? When is your next open mic? Thursday. Thursday. What day? Yeah, Thursday. That will probably be the last open mic that I take fungal matter to. I don't know if I'll do an open mic video this month because I did it. If you watched the last open mic video, it's the exact same set because last month I only got to one open mic night, and then I and the bip, bip, and then I was playing catch up this month, so it's the exact same set. So I don't know that I'll do that video this month. And then I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for a set for next month because I've done fungal matter, I've done early hours. Need to start I need to start writing some new stuff. I bought some magnetic poetry to help inspire me. Nice. I want to write more this summer. Nice. I have that in my Amazon wish list actually. Mag yeah, magnetic poetry. I have a whole bunch of saved poems on Instagram I really like. Nice. Nice. Any standouts that you care to share? I read Fungal Matter so many times lately. Oh wow, thank you, Raven. I'm in that, but no new poetry books, just poetry on threads. Nice. I haven't downloaded that just yet. I'm at that stage with Fungal Matter now where I'll read through it every now and then if I've got a spare moment. Like yesterday at the poetry festival, in quiet moments I'd flick through and I kind of hate it. I hate it and want to throw it out. But that's just me. I do it every time. I do it every time. I do it with I feel the same with early hours. I don't know why we do that. I don't know why we do that as artists. We suddenly start hating all of our work and just want to throw it away. You stop that, Adam. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still no. That yeah. I don't know. I am still super proud of it. I am still super proud of it. I was very sort of open and raw with that. Yeah. I don't know why we do that to ourselves. I do it also. Yeah, it's a common thing. It's a common thing. We kind of suddenly start hating all our old work, I guess, and pick it apart. You should always be so proud of that collection. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do it too. Yeah. We, why do we do it to ourselves, guys? Why do we do it to ourselves? There is a great writers community there. I was surprised. Um, I missed something. There is a great writers community there. I was surprised. Oh, how is Threads? I've been wanting to give it a go, but I get nervous. My problem with it is you have to download another app. Same with Facebook. If you want to use Facebook Messenger, you have to use the Messenger app. Like, how many apps do we need just to do one thing, right? I really liked Judy Dench. I love Duty Dench. Duty. I love Duty. I love Judy Dench. reciting Shakespeare on the Graham Norton show. She did it so eloquently. She is an absolute superstar, literally. But I love Judi Dench. She knows, it's incredible. Like, she can just, if you gave her a Shakespeare play and you gave her, okay, not maybe not literally, but she is this good. If you gave her a Shakespeare play and you gave her a page number, she'd be able to recite it from memory. Maybe not the page number thing, but she could certainly just start reciting any Shakespeare play. She's like, she's amazing. Oh, good to know. I might get brave and create an account today. Nice. Hate. In order to keep going forward and create new, fresh stuff. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We torture ourselves, but it's all in the development of the artist, I guess. It is, right? I don't know if she's lucky enough to have a photographic memory, or she's just really passionate about Shakespeare, or she's just done all of the plays so many times that she just knows all of them off by heart. But it is really impressive. I don't remember what I said 2 minutes ago, right? Right? Okay, guys, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take break really early. We're gonna take a break really, really early. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So someone do the mental maths for me. We'll be back at what, 57? We'll be back at 57. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go and boil the kettle. Okay, hello everyone. Sorry, I went to boil a kettle, then I needed a loo break, and then Harry was keeping me from getting back in time. I'm not too late, only 10 seconds or so, let's say. Let me catch up in the chat. Something is going off in the chat. Where did we get to? I only ever memorized. Wow, you guys, that is an unbelievable skill to memorize so many verses. It really is. I need to get to the point where I've memorized all my poems. I said to myself that I'd give myself a whole year of just doing open mics. Kind of, you saw, hopefully, you saw one of the clips that Danny, I don't know if Danny's still around, that Danny kindly filmed for us. Um, I'm still reading from the book itself. I need to get to the point where I'm memorizing poems and stuff. I'm still kind of just not really putting too much pressure on myself in terms of open mics. From next year, I think I'll probably start looking for like headliner slots and memorize and take it more serious. For now, I'm still kind of just enjoying going around to different nights and as Garage Poets says, finding my stage legs. I only ever memorized one poem. It is by Langston Hughes. Took me months to memorize it as a child. My memory is horrid. I am lucky enough that I can tend to memorize things when I really put my mind to it, but I just haven't put my mind to it just yet. Which poem was it? To have the ability technology to write down your thoughts, memories in real time. Yes. We live in a great well, I don't know. I don't know. Yes and no. Yin and yang, I guess. Technology is a blessing and a curse at the same time, I think. We don't hate our work. It's self-examination. We outgrow it. I probably have 500 unfinished poems because I start going places and they get stuck, but sometimes I go back to them and finish them nice. Yeah. I always say, if you get an idea for a poem, write it down straight away. Otherwise, you'll forget it. But don't leave it too long because the flip side of that is I've got so many like ideas for poems in my notes app that I've kind of said I'll get back to later and never did, and now I open them up and I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about in them. So don't leave it too long. Writing things in my memo is my only hope. You're my only hope, Obi-Wan. I think that's right. Is there a way to reply to a specific person on this thread? There is. There is. I just don't know how to do it. You can at them and type out the name, but for some reason for me, it doesn't work on mobile, only laptop, which is weird. I don't think. Let me just try something. Okay, it does work on my laptop. Okay, I can do that. So maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. You can't do it on phone. Yeah, I'm on my phone. Nano, it is called Dreams. Oh, the poem? Langston Hughes. Great poet, by the way. I don't know why that is. I'll look it up. But there is technology already that can write out your thoughts in real time. You can do like I think you can do it in notes, the dictaphone to text, right? Where you can record yourself reading and it turns it into text. It's not always absolutely accurate, but it could save time, I guess. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Beautiful. My chat keeps skipping up and down, and I keep losing my place. Oh, we're not too far away. That's okay. Don't know if I'm rich enough for such tech. Lol, the good old grey cells will have to do for now. I think most phones in the Notes app allow you to, unless I'm on a completely different chain of thought, I think most apps now let you record you like orating things and speaking out loud and turn it into text. Unless we're talking about AI. image generator, maybe. Yeah, me too, Adam. Years later, they're still there. Yeah, they're there, like little nuggets of inspiration that never, uh, that were never bloomed. I don't know. You know what I mean. Yeah, that's lovely. Good old-fashioned memo taking notes. Yeah, yeah, for real, for real. Sometimes you can't beat the old-fashioned, the old-fashioned days. It's like I had flyers for, I had flyers for um, an event made up, and everything was confirmed. The date was confirmed, and then as I was going to pick up the flyers, I received an email telling me that the date was unavailable because it was a bank holiday, so the venue wasn't open. I was like, oh no, what do we do? And in the end, it was just a job of stickers, getting stickers and just and a marker and just changing the date like we would have done back in the 90s. Oh my God, I completely forgot about speech to text. Oh, a lifesaver. I mean, it's more of a lifesaver for prose if you're writing prose, but maybe you could get it to work for poetry. I have a title for a poem that's been sitting for a week now. Hope I don't forget what inspired it. Yeah, don't let it sit for too long, otherwise you may do. My dashboard is telling me that there's a lot of lag on the stream. How are you guys? Is the stream okay for you guys, or does it keep stripping? Does it keep skipping? Hopefully the stream isn't stripping. Mm. It seems okay now. Okay. Yeah, it keeps skipping on my end. Stream seems fine. It was lagging before the break. Okay. That's not good. Beep, beep, pew, beep, beep, pew, pew. Audio stream's current bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Seeing as we've had the lovely, I forgot, Raven, yeah, I thought it was. I didn't want to say the lovely Raven sharing Langston Hughes and it wasn't Raven, but I thought it was. Yeah, seeing as we've had some Langston Hughes in the chat, who is everyone's favorite poet? You need more bits, Adam. Yeah, I need to get some bits. Does anyone know where I can find some bits? I don't know how I've got 0 bits. I did post the art piece that I was working on last week under other hobbies. Oh, you did? If anyone is interested. Oh, you did? How did I miss that? I didn't think some. I've been so like out of it. Let me just have a look now. I thought the Cove had been quiet for a while. Last week, okay. See, that isn't in my notifications. Why didn't it pop up in my notifications? Let me go to that now. In the other hobbies thread. So that's in general discussion, I think. If I'm not mistaken, general discussion. Using it. Wait, why am I not getting notifications? There's a new using a dictionary to find that word. There's threads in here that I haven't even. Yeah, the other hobbies thread. It hasn't. Are you sure you posted, Raven? Because it says. Oh yeah, here it is. I missed that completely. I didn't get the notification for this. Okay, if you guys want to see Raven's art piece, I've got it in front of me, but I'm not going to show you. You have to come and join us over at the Poetry Cove. I will read that and get back to that uh, after stream. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get the notification for that. I see that there's a post in there as well about dictionaries that I never got a notification for. Fine on my end. Okay, cool. We we've got bits again. I found my bits again because the the message is gone, so I've got bits again. Ooh, yeah, celebration in the chat. I see that. I see those flying up. Thank you so much. We're having a party now. Adam found his bits. It's like the Hook. If you guys have seen Hook, going back to like childhood stuff again, where he's like, I've lost my marbles. Where's the Hook? If you're just joining us, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's try and get to 10 likes. Let's try and get to 10 likes before the end of the stream. We only need 2 more. We can do it. Come on, guys. I know you guys can do it. If you have any poetry friends that aren't here, get them on the stream. Get them hitting like. My God. That plane sounds like it's right above me. Well, it literally is, but more so than usual. I don't think I have a favorite poet, but I do have favorite poems. Okay, cool. Do share. What are your favorite poems? What are your top 3 favorite poems? My top 3 are Sonnet 18, To a Poet a Thousand Years Hence, and Bluebird. Tuesday's ASMR video is Lord Byron. I don't have too much exposure to Lord Byron, but it was fun. I think I'll dig a little deeper with Lord Byron after that video. I posted on Facebook. Do you announce your live shows on Instagram or Threads? So many poets there. Yeah, as I say, I haven't joined Threads yet. Don't really like the idea of needing yet another app for it, but maybe I can be swayed. But I do normally put on my Instagram story about an hour before going live. I put a lot of poems on Google Docs. Yes, me too. I have a file of poems that kind of there are some finished ones on there that I completely forgot about, but that's normally where I kind of do writing. I need to get my hard drive out after the nightmare that Nikki had, where her Google Drive just got completely wiped. Whoops. You guys will be pleased to know that Harry is now allowed to go for 5 minutes run um a day. So he's still recovering, but he's very much at the end of it. So another week or two, he'll be back to normal, I reckon. I'm old school, still use Microsoft Word. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Microsoft Word. I don't think I've used Word for a long, long time. Hooray for Harry. Yes. I can't wait for him to just get back to running through fields and stuff. It is I must admit it is nice to see him just running freely in a field. He's very good at recall, so I don't mind letting him off at off the lead. And the field nearest me kind of has long grass and stuff, and it's just nice to see. So I can't wait for him to go for big long runs again. What is the Poetry Cove? So the Poetry Cove is a company I started, what, 3 years ago now? Maybe four? I can't even remember. The magazine is on volume three, and I think that didn't launch until maybe a year into the Cove. So I think we're on our fourth year now. Gosh. But yeah, it's a brainchild of mine. I'm wearing the t-shirt just here, www.thepoetrycove.com. And the idea is to kind of have the log line is the most extensive poetry community. And the idea basically came from, me being really into poetry, but never really studied it and didn't really know which direction to turn to. So I wanted to create something that had everything under one umbrella. So a magazine, if you want to start getting published, you want to start your poetry journey, we have a magazine that you can be published in. We have a forum if you kind of just want to get to know other poets, much like what we do at streams here. In fact, I think the majority of the chat here are covers. So there's a forum where you can just discuss poetry and get to know other poets and make friends from all over the world. Then there's an academy that I need to get back to and develop a little bit more just to learn about poetry. And then again, there's a radio station that I kind of want to get back to. That was a 24-hour internet radio where you could just listen to people reading poetry 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So yeah, something I'm very passionate about. So do come and join us, thepoetrycove.com. We'd love to have you. Gosh, Hook was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. You and me both, class. You and me both. I watched it sometimes I'd watch it 3 times in one day. I was obsessed. I read the magazine this weekend. Great edition. I'm glad you liked it, Raven. Thank you so much. Is there an app for Poetry Cove? There is. If you go to thepoetrycove.com, I think it's on the homepage. Someone correct me. It's not an official Cove app. It's an app that's made by Wix, but it makes life a lot easier to be part of the Cove. So if you go to the poetrycove.com, scroll down on the homepage, you'll see somewhere it should say download our app. But it's called Wix Spaces, and then you've just got to log in with your Poetry Cove account. I read three of my favorite poems. Okay, here we go. White Towels by Richard Jones. Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. The same Mary Oliver I'm thinking about? I'm going to have to look that up. And Final Poem for My Father, Misnamed in My Mouth by Philip B. Williams. Nice. Okay, I'll have to check those out. Thank you, Nano, for sharing. Also, yay, Harry. It does work for poetry. When I'm in a hurry, I use it when my thoughts are getting ready to escape. Okay, nice. I've never thought about using it for poetry because of formatting and stuff. I wonder if you say line break, whether it'll actually insert a line break. I'm gonna be experimenting now. Love hook, me too. I was just this week, wasn't I, in the reaction video with Robin Williams. I think the world misses Robin Williams. I certainly miss Robin Williams. He was a big light in the world, I think. But yeah, Robin Williams was my childhood. Hook, the Genie, Mrs. Doubtfire. Then obviously as I got into poetry and stuff, Dead Poet Society. Ah, Goodwill Hunting. Hmm. Favorite poets: Poe, Langston Hughes, Mary Oliver, Dylan Thomas, Lord Byron. Nice. You'll like the ASMR video then. Sylvia Plath and Anne Sexton. Wow, what a list. Great list. For sure, we all grew up with Robin and he brought so much joy to others. Yeah, man. He was a wild stand up as well. Crazy stand up. I never watched Mork and Mindy, but he was obviously in that as well. Night at the Museum. There was a really good film he did as well. Indie. It wasn't big. I can't remember where I watched it, but he was like a depressed husband or a depressed single father or something like that. This is what I said in the reaction video though. Like he was such a good he was so versatile, wasn't he? He was such a good comedic actor. He was such a good dramatic actor. Like, damn man. And just seemed like a really great person. Have you seen those videos of him with the gorilla as well? I post my longer poems on Facebook. I call my eclectic poets. Nice, nice. Well, come and join us at the Cove, Renee, and share some of your poems with us on the forum as well. What Dreams May Come is my fave Robin Williams movie. What Dreams May Come. I don't think I've seen that. There's that robot film as well. Oh my gosh, yeah, where he was like the robot that kind of eventually became its own uh citizen, I guess. What was that? Not iRobot. What was it called? It was another really great 90s film that I loved and used to make me cry as a kid in a good way. Was it iRobot? Or is that the Will Smith film? Sentinel? No, it's not called Sentinel. Can anyone, does anyone know in the chat the film where he played like a robot housekeeper and eventually got his independence? No, not robots. I don't think. No. I'm gonna have to look it up now. If you haven't seen it, you are missing out. Be prepared to cry. Even as a young kid, that stuff made me cry. Robin Williams robot film. Robin Williams robot movie. Bicentennial Man. That's it. Bicentennial Man. Yeah, you got it, Raven. You got it. Bicentennial Man. Great film. Everything's better with bits. I have my bits back. I've got a feeling, Renee, you might be slightly behind us. I got a feeling if you just check out your red line, if you're on your phone, tap the screen, or if you're on your laptop, hover over the video. Just make sure your red line is all the way to the right. Oh, I completely forgot the brief. No, you're good. You're good. I mean, I said robots. Robots is that kid animation film, right? Is he in that? He might have been in that actually. I think now that I think about it, I think you're right. In my defense, he is also in Robots. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're good. Also, for those, just because I was thinking back to Raven saying that she enjoyed the magazine. If you are a cover with a bronze membership or above, don't forget you get free magazine submissions. There is if you go to share your poetry, I believe there's a thread called free poetry submissions. So Raven, if you ever feel like submitting, go for it. And anyone else that's a cover, go for it. I loved his Jumanji movie too. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he was in Jumanji. Admittedly, I think I only ever watched that the once. It never grabbed me for whatever reason. I mean, if it's Robin Williams, I'm sure it's amazing. Terrified you as a kid. I think I only ever watched that the once. I love how oh you think you have? Awesome. I won't check that thread out until it comes time to accepting submissions for I think August is the next issue. But awesome, I'm glad that you submitted. I can't wait to read them. Um we always tend to end up in the nostalgic on nostalgia road towards the end of these streams. I love it. Yeah, I think the world misses Robin Williams. At least we still got Jack Black though. At least we got Jack Black. I saw there's an image of Jack Black walking around Brighton, which is it a city? I don't know, a town on the south coast of England. He's just walking around with like a flame t-shirt and his beard and some cool glasses. It's doing the rounds on Instagram at the moment. Um, I love that. I love a bit of Jack Black. I love Jack Black like I love Robin Williams. School of Rock was awesome. There's actually, when I was on the coach up to Birmingham in February for Verve Poetry Festival, there's, I don't know if they've paid for it or if they're just taking risks, but there is a School of Rock with the exact same sign as in the movie and everything uh, on the way into Birmingham. Thank goodness that we still have Jack Black. Absolutely. I've seen that photo. Lol, he's so badass. Jack Black is absolute. He's a king. Jack Black is a king. Because he's just won at life, hasn't he? Like he's done everything he needs to do. He's winning. He just doesn't care anymore. He's just like whatever, walking around Brighton, just doing his thing. I love it. What a guy. Okay, guys, I'll probably sign off in about what? Not 10 minutes. In about mental maths again. What's going on? In about 8 minutes. I'll probably sign off at past. We'll end things a little bit early, but yeah, I hope you guys will like this ASMR video on Tuesday. I can't tell you like what a process it's been to make this video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I know it's not what we normally post. I get that. Um, it's an experiment. You know, this channel is just everything poetry related, I guess. So hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, I won't make any more. If you do, then I'll make a series of it. But for those of you who are watching that might not necessarily know, ASMR videos are basically designed to help you fall asleep, and like they trigger things and give you goosebumps sometimes. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. We'll see. It's an experiment. He's in his just have fun with life stage now. Yeah, exactly. He's done everything he needs to do, and he's just like, as you say, just have fun with life. I'm sure it will be great. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it makes, in the best possible way, I hope it makes you fall asleep. And it's Lord Byron. It's poems by Lord Byron. So who doesn't love a bit of Byron? Beaches, beaches, beaches. I've got that song in my head now. Pick a destiny. Pick a Destiny was another film that I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just sad. But Pick a Destiny, I would literally watch as a teenager with a couple of beers and some junk food, maybe. I'd watch Pick a Destiny, it would finish, and then I'd literally play it again back to back. Woohoo! Falling asleep to Lord Byron. Look at all those hearts coming in. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Who doesn't want to fall asleep to Lord Byron, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. I see those hearts coming in. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Peaches, peaches, peaches. That's gonna be in my head all night now. Oh dear. I'm singing it too, yeah. You know, they say the only way to get these things out of your head is to listen to it. So I'm gonna have to go full volume and listen to it after this stream. Decided to make notes on my poem title so I don't forget. Yeah, what helps me most of the time when I'm sort of out for a walk and I get an idea for a poem, it's because a line from a song, like a lyric, stands out to me, and I'm like, ah, then I relate it to something in my life, and then I start thinking about a poem about it. So I literally put like the title of the poem, a couple of lines that I thought of, and then listen to so and so song. But even that, if I've left it too long, even that I'll listen to it and it won't. You've really kind of got to grab it and run with it. If you leave it too long, then it's sort of game over, I guess, unless you're lucky. Can never make too many notes. The more notes, the better, I think. Thank you so much for these hearts. Thank you. I think I'll say goodnight now, guys. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy the ASMR video on Tuesday. And if you do like it, don't forget to leave a comment. The more comments, the better. If you want to keep pushing the channel, we're doing really well. If you want to keep pushing the channel in that same vein, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. And have a great week next week. If you're in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday tomorrow. And other than that, good night. And I'll speak to you guys soon. See you later. And happy writing if you're going to write. Take lots of notes. What's going on? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. See you later, guys.